morning, friends. I dropped the baby off this morning at my aunt's. He goes to my aunt's on Wednesdays, and stopped by Publix to get some things for lunch, and they have Einstein bagels there every day. So I got a Asiago cheese bagel, throwing some jalapeno cream cheese on that, and that is going to be breakfast. I've already been working for a couple of hours this morning, getting some stuff done. And then I'm going to, between meetings, I'm gonna run out to the garden and get the rest of the cucumbers that I need to get. And then we're gonna make some pickles later on today, some pickles. So I'll show you guys that process for sure. And also fed my sourdough starter with some whole wheat flour today. That's the first time I've fed it with whole wheat, so we'll see how it does. And hopefully get a couple loaves going, because I'm gonna take the baby. My aunt on my dad's side has not met the baby yet. It's just not worked out, and so she's gonna be home on Friday. I'm off on Friday, so I'm gonna take the baby over there to meet her, and I'm gonna take her a loaf of sourdough. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast, and then I'm gonna find some gloves that like come up to here, and I'm gonna go out in the garden and get some cucumbers. So check in with you guys in a bit. Got some more goodies from the garden. These are my garden picking gloves now that I know that I'm allergic to my cucumber plants. So that's fun. But I did get a orange bell pepper, got some tomatoes, and then 3 more cucumbers. So I'm gonna get these cucumbers washed up, and then we're gonna make pickles real quick. I'm just going to take my jars, put them on a baking sheet, and put them in the oven and let them get nice and sterilized. And that'll also get them warm so that we don't shock them when they go into the water bath can and they won't crack. These are just quart ball jars right now. Probably make about 7 cucumbers I have. 1 empty. This is exciting. This is my first year ever canning anything. My grandmother used to can, and she passed when I was in middle school, so I didn't get to like learn that kind of stuff from her. Now as an adult, I so wish I had more time with her to learn things like that. So, in there, while I wash the cucumbers, and then we'll get the brine ready. I already have my water bath can, you can see it back there. I already have it going to get a boil on it. That thing takes forever because there's a ton of water in there. This is Mrs. Wage's dill pickle mix, Polish dill. So this is what we use to can. So it is 1 pack of this, 3 2/3 cup of vinegar, distilled white vinegar, 7 cups of water, and you put that in a non-reactive saucepan and bring it just to a boil over medium heat, stirring constantly until the mixture dissolves. So I'm gonna get the water and vinegar in there and get that heating up while we slice up all of our cucumbers. Let's see, 7 cups of water. All right, so oven is preheated and getting the jar sterilized, and then we need 3 2/3 of a cup. Oops. Slice up all of these cucumbers. I also put garlic in them, so I'm gonna get the garlic out as well. So this is my second batch of pickles that I canned. The first batch turned out really good. They were yummy. So I just did the same thing for this one. I add a little bit of garlic into the bottom of the jars, and then I stuff the jars with as much cucumbers as I can get in there. You can see I took a little chopstick and tried to spread them out a little bit and make sure I can get the most amount in there in each jar as possible. You don't want to leave a whole bunch of excess space. Now here I am pouring the brine into each one. I have this little canning funnel, and I'm just filling them up to like
1/2 inch of head space. That's the space from the top of the jar. And then you saw me, I took my chopstick again and just poked it in there and got the bubbles out of them.
All right, now this is nice and hot and boiling, so I'm gonna drop these down. Perfect amount of water. We want it to cover the tops about 1 inch. So it's the perfect amount. I'm gonna put the lid on this and I am going to let it go for 15 minutes and then we'll pull them out and see how they did. Okay, so this has been in here for 15 minutes. I am trying to find, there we go. I'm gonna turn off the heat and then I'm gonna let these sit in here for 2 minutes before we pull them out and put them on that to sit for 12 to 24 hours. Move that. And yeah, nice and steamy. We'll let them sit.
So these are going to sit on your counter for 12 to 24 hours till they cool completely. And then when you go to store them, wherever you're going to store them, you're going to take the rings off so you can see if you get a failed lid.
Our new mattress came in, you guys. We are about to open it. The baby is sleeping. So we're going to try to open it without waking him up, and he's in our bedroom. So we'll see. Hey. We were not successful. He woke up.
So like I said, we had went and looked at those mattresses at that mattress store, and we decided we did want a memory foam. We had been leaning towards a hybrid, but our last mattress was a hybrid. It didn't seem to last very long. So this one we got off of Amazon. I'll link it down below. And it came, like, it's supposed to take like 24 to 72 hours for it to completely like inflate, but it inflated really quickly. It also came with 2 memory foam pillows as well. We have pillows that we love, so we didn't actually use these. But
good morning. If you hear the baby in the background, he's watching Miss Rachel talking to her, so that's what you hear. So we've had our mattress for a couple nights now. The dogs are eating too, so if you hear that in the background. Had our mattress for a couple nights now, and I like it a lot. My back feels a lot better. I haven't been sleeping well, and I don't think it's because of the mattress. I just think that, I don't know what's going on with me, but I did go and have like my annual blood work done this past, well, I went a couple weeks ago, and then I went for my results this week. And my iron is like insanely low. She was like, your iron is in the toilet. That was what her exact words were. So they're putting me on an oral iron supplement that has like vitamin C in it to help me absorb it. But because I've had this sleeve, they're concerned that I won't absorb enough to boost my iron level. So I may have to go and do transfusions, like iron transfusions eventually. But they're gonna try the oral first and see. And hopefully that's just gonna make me feel better, because I'm exhausted all the time and my hair is falling out like crazy, and I just thought it was because I have a 5-month-old, but apparently, no, my iron is in the toilet. But anyway, it is Saturday morning. We do not have Sawyer today. We're getting her tomorrow. We switched days this week. But I am going to make up some sourdough discard biscuits, because I need to use up some sourdough discard, and that biscuits sounded good to me. And he's not crying. He's literally talking to Miss Rachel. So. So I'm gonna get all this stuff out, and then we'll make some sourdough biscuits. Probably gonna go ahead and double this batch of biscuits, because I'm gonna freeze some of them, because I need to use quite a bit of sourdough discard. So we're gonna do 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Got 2 cups of that. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. One, 2, 3, 4. 3/4 a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to do just 1 full teaspoon because it calls for unsalted butter and I don't have that. I only have salted butter, so. And since we're doubling, I'm just gonna do 1 teaspoon. All right. And then 8 tablespoons of salted butter, so I'm gonna do 2 sticks of butter. Let's preheat the oven to 425 with the rack in the upper third. So I'm going to just slice up this butter and then get it incorporated into the flour. It's a very vocal baby today. If you don't have a pastry cutter, you could totally just use a fork. But since I have one, I'm gonna use it. Anybody else have a pterodactyl screaming baby? That's what we call that, his pterodactyl scream. And like I said, he's perfectly happy. Just vocal. All of this mixed in until it's crumbly like wet sand. So this is the consistency you want. You want it to be able to form a bit of a ball. See, it's holding its shape a little bit, but still quite dry. All right. So now we're gonna do 2 cups of sourdough starter. So 1. And 2. It's a good way to use up some discard. See, I still have some in there. All right, I'm gonna get a spatula so I can mix all this together. You just want to mix it until it's all combined. Now I'm gonna get my pastry mat out if I can make some room. Let's put some of this stuff away so I can make room. So I'm just gonna, my battery's dying, so I'm just gonna put these out onto this mat and cut them with a large biscuit cutter. And then whatever I don't make today, I'm gonna freeze. So I'll flash freeze it and then put it in a bag. But I'll show you once these are done. So the biscuits are almost done. Just gonna take a peek. Yeah, they're almost done. But I figured since I'm making biscuits and I'm gonna cook pizza later on, I'm gonna brown up some breakfast sausage and then make a little bit of gravy to go with our biscuits. Yummy! Ooh, let's knock them out. Oh, they look delicious. So it had told me to make them 1 inch thick, and I made them about 1/2 inch thick. So you could make them definitely thicker, but hopefully they'll be nice and tasty.
So I always helped my mom make gravy growing up, sausage gravy, and I was always impressed that she could like eyeball the amount of like butter and flour and milk and all that kind of stuff, and it would turn out delicious. And I never thought I would be able to do that, but apparently I can now. So yeah, I'm just making some sausage gravy. I cooked up that sausage, used the grease and added a little bit of butter because it needed a little more. Added the flour, let that cook down, and then added salt and pepper and milk and let it get nice and thick and delicious. And it was so yummy.
Yum. I guess I need a spoon. Just tried the gravy. So good. I'm gonna go eat this while baby's still sleeping. I don't even remember the last time I checked in with you guys, but right now I'm cleaning my kitchen while I wait for pizza to cook. I made some, did I take them with you this morning? Oh, I was cooking this morning. That's what it was. I told you I was making pizza. So I have the sausage pepperoni pizza in the oven. Thawed that dough yesterday. Having a little bit of canned wine because it's Saturday and Mama needs some wine. Baby is with Gotham. And we're doing nothing. Nothing tonight. Kids should be here in a minute. I think she's here. And we're gonna eat dinner. And I'm gonna feed baby. So.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can you say mama? Can you say mama? Hi, baby love. Hi. Hi, baby love. Look at you. You're doing so good sitting up. You're doing so good. Yeah, you are. Yeah. Because you're so good. Oh, I think I do. I think I do. I think I do. Oh, no. I think I do. Yeah. Oh, mwah. Oh, mwah. Oh, mwah. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Baby love. Don't choke yourself.
Just got a massive harvest from the garden. So I'm going to get all of this washed up and use some of it today. So I washed up all of the, well, they're soaking in vinegar and water in the sink, the vegetables are. And I have been randomly craving Sloppy Joes. I don't know what the deal is. I probably haven't had them in years, but anyway, I don't have tomato paste, but I do have diced tomatoes, so I'm gonna pour the liquid off of those and then blend them up and cook them down a little bit, and that's gonna be our tomato paste, and then I'm gonna add some ketchup in there as well. So I'll show you all the things I put in it, but normally I would add tomato paste and I don't have any. So anyway, I'm gonna gather up all the ingredients. I got this little chopper salad spinner combo thing on Amazon, I believe. And I really like it, so I'm gonna try to just get these a little bit more small, like a little bit smaller without having to pull out my food processor. Perfect. Just got it a little bit more liquidy, which is what I wanted. I'm going to go ahead and pour that into the pan, let that cook a little bit while I chop up the onion and get everything else ready. I'm really trying not to go to the grocery store until at least tomorrow, because that's when I want to go to Aldi, and that's when the new ad starts for Aldi. So I didn't want to run to the grocery store just to get tomato paste. So we gonna make do. Get that in there too. Get that flavor going. And as you know, you want to season every layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some salt, some pepper, I'll let that cook before I put any garlic in there. And let me pull out some seasonings. These are garden fresh peppers. I'm gonna get these chopped up as well while that's still cooking down. Go ahead and add some garlic in here. The stuff to make the sauce. So we're gonna do some ketchup, some mustard. And I'm making this up as I go, guys, so I don't have measurements. But measure with your heart. Some Worcestershire sauce. Onion powder, some garlic powder, a little bit of Slap Your Mama because I put that in everything, a dash of hot sauce, and then some brown sugar, which y'all are sitting on. Mix all that in. Turn the heat down a little bit. See what we're working with. I think it needs a little bit more ketchup. Just not the color that I want it to be. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna let this sit and get really nice and rich for 10-15 minutes or so, stirring occasionally. Alright, getting there. I'm going to give this a little taste, see what it needs. That's really good. It's a little bit sweet. I think it needs a little bit more salt, and it'll be perfect. Alright, I'm going to let this cook a little bit longer while I get the buns toasted and ready.
These were a hit. Everyone really, really liked them, and we had enough left over to have some more of them the next day. But I just threw some, good old processed cheese on there, because what else are you going to have with a Sloppy Joe, and some chips, and everybody dug in and loved them.
So I did end up going to Aldi and not waiting till Wednesday. I'll probably go back because they were out of a few things that I wanted to get, but I'm just going to show you really quickly what I got. I got some of these pork egg rolls. These are like fresh made pork egg rolls, so they're like not frozen or anything. Got those, and then a couple of the sweet teriyaki chicken, and then the beef and broccoli. So I thought those would be good together. Throw some extra rice with this, and that's a meal, easy and done. I got little man some strawberry apple puffs. He's been liking these quite a lot lately. These I saw on TikTok, and I thought my niece would absolutely love this, so I got 2 of these because they were super, super cheap. So we're going to try these this weekend, and maybe we'll do that with you guys. Got some Febreze because we have dogs, and now, if you know, you know. Some cheddar and sour cream chips. I got some cheese curds to make poutine for my Canadian husband. I heard this is very similar, comparable to the Kerrygold butter, so I wanted to give it a try. So I got 2 of those. Did get a little pouch for baby. Apple, pear, and broccoli. He loves these. I picked up these brioche buns because they just looked really yummy. And then I had seen people say that these taste very similar to McDonald's sausage, so thought I would make some breakfast sandwiches on that. White bread for toast and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because I've been loving those lately. Some sour cream. I actually got 2 things of sour cream because I was out and I hate to run out of sour cream because we use it often. Got some refried beans. We still have some of that chicken left over. If you watched my What's for Dinner video, then we still have some chicken left over, so I'm going to make some more of those tostadas. And instead of frying my own this time, I just bought some already made. And then got a dozen eggs for $1. Shut the door. Some pico to go on our tostadas, some breakfast sausage, some spicy guacamole singles. This is our favorite milk, and we're down to our last thing of this, and I try to keep this on hand because it lasts for a really long time because it's ultra filtered milk, so it lasts for a really long time. I did get some pepper jack cheese, and then they have Euro kits. So I normally get the Euro kits from Costco, but this one was in the frozen section, and it includes 16 fully cooked Euro slices, 8 ounces of tzatziki sauce, and 14 ounces or 5 pita breads. So I'll have to let you guys know if this is good. Then, so I spent like $150, but that doesn't look like $150 worth, but it's because I found this for the baby. It is so cute. $24 for this little chair, and I just had to get it. And then they had these little all-in-one mats that it has the mat, the pillow, and the blanket all with it for $14. It's like for kindergartners, but like kids going back to school. But he likes to lay in the floor in the playroom and like watch TV and stuff, and he spits up a lot, and these are just easy to like throw in the wash. So I went ahead and got one. Actually, I'll probably go back and get another one because most of like the play mats and stuff are around $30, where this is like $14 for pretty much the same thing. So yeah, so that is all the stuff I got from Aldi. So I'm gonna put all this stuff away.